All right. So today we're going to start scaffolding out the contacts and companies sections of the site. There's going to be a lot more that we're going to get into with this. So like contact information, because we want to make that a little bit flexible, and the relationship between the company and the contact, and then probably getting to custom properties. That way you can define stuff that I haven't specified. The One of the big things that I want to make sure that I'm doing is that I'm building the most important parts for myself to use it sooner than later. That way I can start dog fooding it. So that's kind of the plan for today. So this is kind of where we left things off, which is pretty terribly set up. Yeah, but anyways, so let's go into here. We are going to assume I can type. We're going to do a new feature. So I'm gonna start off with companies, and for now they're just gonna have a name. We'll flesh this out with a lot more soon. And that didn't. That actually should be users can. Actually, let me check. Yeah. Users can manage companies. Alright, and we should rename this. Okay, so we are going to want to visit. We're going to want to visit. So again, we're going to cheat. So I don't know exactly where we're going to have the home page be, so that's kind of why I'm just cheating on punting on this for now. So we're going to go from the company's path, and we're going to do this as create user. So I could probably put in here a trait that has with account. I'm trying to think about this a little bit. So if you have multiple accounts, we want to select whatever your active account is, and then go from there. So actually what we want to do we'll just create a user with account. We'll just do create a user. We're gonna have to do something there to manage different accounts, but I don't know exactly what I want to do with the flow with that just yet. So we're gonna visit the company's path. We're gonna click on company. Actually, I shouldn't close that. Let me just so create account. So I do like that being an added company because they're not creating it. The business owner created the company, whereas this you are creating an account. So maybe I'll do that a little bit differently. Sorry, new account. Here we're adding a company, which I think is probably better terminology. Maybe something to think about. So click on account, fill in name with macro hard. And we're going to go click on create company. We are gonna click on edit, fill in the name with macro hard 2, click on update company, and expect the page to have content macro hard to updated. All right, let's run that. So I can't find the company's path, so we'll add that route. So we have resource account, so resources, companies, and missing the controller. And let's try spelling things right and see if that helps. And missing the template. Actually, this is going to drive out the need for the accounts, a current account concept. So in here, we're going to eventually do something like current account dot companies dot new. Actually, I'll probably in the create, but company dot new. And complain about company, so we are going to Rails G model company, and this is kind of just a name for now. The name needed needs to be there. So this is going to be null, false. And for our spec, we're just gonna wipe that out and let's try migrate it. A little bit of consistency, so I'm going to hop over and take a look at the and then create. I did new there. Okay, new params and all right. So I'm already seeing a mistake. I didn't put the count equals current count and company. Well, so we're going to need to do something for that, but we're going to direct to companies path and company params. Yep. Edit, yep. So if we go to our index, for that to happen, we need to do our it's a big spec actually. So when I look at the click on Acme, okay, just that it's that way. So I don't want to actually go into a so I want to link to the company name. And complain about companies on each. So I dig into that. So this is where we're going to start getting into trouble. Current account. That's not a thing. So in our application controller, let's make that. So def current account. Okay. So all right. So what we want to be doing is grabbing this probably from a cookie. So this also means, so what we're going to be needing to do here for now, I'm just going to raise. So this is what we actually want to be doing here is get from cookie or redirect to accounts, but this is only if signed in. Company's controller. So right now we only have one. So I'm going to say company.all. All right, and it doesn't have a show. So let's make a show. All right, we need an edit link. And this is going to be edit company path for the company. All kinds of stuff's going to blow up now. So company is nil, which is why it gives us this error missing. So this is because we're missing the required key ID. So company.find params. Can't find the edit. Yep. Alright, now I was looking for the form, and let's pull that out. Different code bases I'm in kind of do things differently. So what I like to do is when I'm working on my stuff is I kind of make sure that I have a similarity between my own things. So I will often hop back and see, okay, what's the structure I took on other things. So grab company. And company.name updated. Beautiful. Well, I can't actually navigate to it at this point. And this will help spell the word right. So we can add company macro. Pro Hard and edit. Beautiful. Okay. So we can create that. So we're not going to check that in because it's not really being done for anything. That is all good. Yep. Form, edit. Companies. So for right now, actually we don't have. So for companies, so we have everything except we don't destroy. And I don't know how to figure that, whether we can destroy them or not, or just archive them or something. Name, schema. We want to change that. All right. So we've got companies. Next up, we want to do same thing but for contacts. And actually, this is going to be really similar. So let's go in there, go to the contacts path, add contact. So contacts are going to have a full name, a given name, they're eventually going to have an email, phone number, etc. But that's on right now. Click on Joe Smith. Click on Edit. Fill in. Cool. That sounds good. Contacts path. Yep. Oop. Oh. And typo to quit. And missing the contacts controller. This is one of the things I like to do a lot. I'll let you do this after. having a secure controller just has pretty much the raise for requiring you to be logged in. Just because so often there's a few usually security concerns around that. All right. And actually for contacts. Let's make that a folder. And do the index.html.erb. And now it's going to complain about fat fingers. That's what it's going to be complaining about. So the nice thing with doing kind of this TDD process, even for something as small as just the basic CRUD of your objects, is it gives you good coverage. It becomes very, very step by step, and then you know that you've got that good setup for everything. And it's surprising how often you can still do little mistakes and stupid things. So we are looking for our full name. Fill in full name. It doesn't like that. So a lot of this kind of ends up being pretty straightforward. And that's just because we're kind of doing a lot of the kind of the initial setup. We're going to get a lot more interesting things once we kind of have the major models in place. I think actually what I'll probably even do is kind of take those steps separately so that you're not just staring at this basic stuff. All right, so contact can have a full name and a given name. And those both cannot be blank. All right, good there. Contact spec. test again. So the reason that when we are here that it gives us the error about that it does is because that we were getting before is because our contact was nil. So what form width is doing behind the scenes is it's looking at your model, and so you can specify your model and or your URL. So if you specify the model, it's going to be using the model instance here to figure out details about what the path should be and whatnot. So if this is not saved, it's going to be sending it to the create. If it's been saved and persisted, then it's going to be sending it to the update. So it does a lot of that kind of magic behind the scenes. But if it's nil, it can't do any of that stuff. But now it can. So we'll just continue on. So with the account, with all of these, and you actually put in the error handling, so you could actually blank out the username, the full name or the given name and have problems, but that is future jobs that's problem. Oh man, redirect to contacts path. Like I said, we typo and fat finger stuff super often. All right. And it's complaining because that's a nil. So here we're going to want to use the current account again. Yeah, we're going to tackle this probably in the next video. So for now, we're just going to punt. And missing key because contact is nil. So again, same problem as before. I'm going to pull that out into a partial. What's great is, so for example, if I come in here and contact, but I forget to put it into the other one, it's gonna blow up at me. Yep. And given, need to lowercase that as well. All right. And we're going to want to do the same thing where accept destroy. All right. So application controller still not doing that. That looks reasonable. Reasonable. Yep. So we'll do a full pass where we actually make this look reasonable. We'll look at that in a little bit. Not right now. Let's. All right. And CRUD of companies. So we'll call this CRUD of contacts. Okay, so all right, so we can do users, we have accounts, we've got basic membership setup, we've got contacts and companies. Next up would be employment. Which is going to be doing the connection between a contact and a company. And the current account concept. And probably after that I want to look at a home. No, I don't want to do the homepage quite yet. Okay, so you can have employees. You have contacts and companies. They can be related to each other. Just thinking through what I want to see next. I'm actually make a dashboard. And here I'm going to have recent activities, to-dos, calendar, I don't know, that kind of stuff. That's kind of where we'll be looking at for our next things. And actually, I might even do that. Probably could do it that way. Actually, the dashboard is going to be super simple. So the dashboard is going to redirect you to an account selector. That's where it'll say which one you want to use. That will set a cookie for it. At that point, you'll be able to redirect back to the dashboard, and you'll be able to go from there. Yeah, that would be the idea. So pretty much the entire system is going to require you to have an account selected. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of where we'll look at going next. All right. Well, thanks for joining me and watching.